pretty sure that this isn't the approved installation method. Tiles and cardboard, but the plumber seems to like it, so. Right guys, today I'm back at the flats. I'm actually already here. I'm just going to do this intro now because I've done a few little bits, but I didn't do an intro because I've been flat out. So today we're at the flats. We're doing lots of bits of second fixing and stuff which I want to film, and then we can actually show you the finish of the flats because some of them are actually finished, as you can see behind me. Well, semi-finished, so they're nearly getting the flooring down. So I'll show you that. It's going to be a bit of a mix-up because there's going to be bits that I've already filmed and not filmed, and I might be in different clothes, and because it might be over 2 days, but I'll mash it together, and then I've told you so you'll understand why. So let's crack on. Got to go move the car again. Should we have a look? That's absolutely stunning out there. Whew, that was fun. I've just been driving around for 15 minutes to find a parking space. I thought I'd show you this area quick. I've actually wired all this now. I've stripped all the lighting out. They've put some temporary light in. Here, it's an old supply. They've exposed the floor, but as you can see, it comes up in a pipe here. The plan was to dig this out and swing this supply onto this wall here, and then they were just going to put a cupboard, but I think the SEB are going to have to come in now and cut this off from the street. What we were trying to avoid was getting the SEB in to cut this off, because we know that this cable hasn't got any obviously our protection here is here on these fuses, but we can't kill this cable. What they have to do is going to have to dig up the main road coming through Headington in Oxford, and if you know Oxford, that's not going to be easy. So the plan was that's what they were going to do, just swing that onto that wall and box it in so they didn't have to get involved, but I don't think there's going to be an option now. And I'll just show you in the cupboard. They've now, oh yeah, great. They still haven't fitted the meters. I don't know why they haven't done this yet, but I've got all the cables in now, bar one cable here, which is a 3-core, which is going to feed a fan up in this bin store area here, 6-inch fan, which is we've ducted up to the roof, which I'm just going to mount a little time clock here, and then it's going to be fed off this landlord's fuse board, which I've still got to do, so I will do a video on that. But as you can see, I've got all the switches, the trunking's now in. These are all the cables that are coming off the landlord's board, so that meter can actually stay. So all I'll do is upgrade those 16mm tails to 25mm, and then I've got a brand new amendment-free board to go in there. That one is metal, but it's old, and they want a new fuse board. So yeah, I'm gonna just crack on upstairs. It's actually tea break. I'm gonna go and have a cup of tea or whatever, and then we crack on. I've got some wall lights to show you. I've already fitted some this morning. They're okay. The little LED, I think they're G9s. You know how bad the normal G9 halogen bulbs are, so I've got those LED ones to fit, and a few other bits, boilers and stuff, so I'll show you them. It's going to be a bit random today because I'm a bit all over the place. You know how it is when the job's sort of getting to the end and you've got lots of bits to do. You've got to flit about here, there and everywhere on the job, getting them done. And I've been waiting for bits as well, so as they come in, I come back from the other jobs that we've got on and just sort of crack through. But Andy's actually here tomorrow to give me a hand. I might do this video over 2 days because we got some kitchen lights to fit, and I can show you around the flats then because they've all been cleared out, bar a few little bits we've got to finish. And also all of the communal fire alarm stuff's turned up, so obviously we wired it all in red fire tough, so that's all turned up, so we can actually second fix all that and start getting this communal area progressed. So I'm gonna have a cup of coffee and I'll see you in a minute. Remove the old fire alarm panel that was here. The plumber's dropped all of his mains in now. That's going to bond that, and I've actually pulled our FP over, and I've got some 2-inch tray to mount here. They're then going to box this out Then we're going to mount our panel back here on the side. It's all plastered here now, and up there it's all painted, and I've actually drilled for the downlighters. Yet to fit them, because I'm just waiting for the battery packs to come, which you have to retrofit. That's getting a nice fancy pendant there. Emergency running man. PIR pendant. All been painted now. Drilled the downlights. Fire alarm head. PIR. And then in here, fire alarm head, LED bulkhead, and a PIR. Doorbells. As you can see, look quite nice. Look at this. A looking fridge that I can actually put my milk in there. And that's not my cake. These are nice little fittings, Collingwood lighting. They fit on a single metal back box. Lots of lights. Right, second floor, 2-bed flat. Identical to the one downstairs, obviously it's on the second floor, and these recesses have got downlights in rather than those Collingwood fittings. The architect has now said on this island he wants a double socket cut in here, but unfortunately these cupboards, these integrated, there's no room there. And that is exactly the same gap there on that side, so we can't actually fit a box and get the cable there. I've got a socket in the back there, this freezer and fridge plug into, so I can come off of that for my supply. But I think what he's going to do is get the kitchen fitter back to move this panel flush to here, and then he's going to get one of those pop-up sockets that you press and it pops out of the worktop here, and it's going to have 2 sockets and 2 USB chargers. So what I'm going to do is actually put that on a fuse spur inside the cupboard off that socket, so you can isolate that separately, you know, in the future, because we all know what it's like with USB type sockets. But as you can see, these are quite nice kitchens, sort of old shades, 1970s. I think the company that these are from have been making these lights for ages. And then you've got lighting in here. These are the retrofitted battery packs that you just fit, and then you drill a little hole for the LED charge light. And then you've got bedroom here, same lighting. Apart from the shades are smaller and they're lower because the bed is going to sit here, double bed, socket either side with a TV and a thing, a double socket, and then this is going to get a built-in wardrobe here. You've got utility, that's got no light in it, the fuse board's in the utility, and then here you've got a toilet. I've got to clip that. The plumber decided to move it across a little bit so it's not centre of that gap for some reason. I don't know why he did that, so then it sort of messed my spacing up. And then you've got the shower, the light. They've got to put a shower screen on here. I believe they want now LED mirrors, so what we'll do is take a supply off of this, which is the lighting supply. we'll have to get the tiler to drill us, or we'll do it with a ceramic tile cutter, because these are absolutely rock solid. He'll drill us a hole, we'll then mount the mirror, and then what you get is a little tiny switch which you just wave your hand underneath and then it'll illuminate the mirror. So it actually only needs a permanent feed rather than a switch feed. And then moving through, you have another bedroom here with exactly the same lighting setup. Those little recesses, for some reason they put a switch here. I suppose if you want to stand naked at night, you can have all the backlights off, and then you could just put this one light on, and then everyone will be able to see you standing sort of naked on one of the main streets through Headington. So if you don't know Headington, if I can get that, where is it? That is the shark in the roof. That's how close we are to the shark in the roof. So yeah, you can stand naked in that window if that's what you want to do. 2 sockets either side again, and the TV point there. And then you've got the ensuite here. The light in, the shaver point. To be fair, I probably would have had that here so I could have my toothbrush up here, but it has made life easier for us having it there, because again we've got a mirror to go here, and then they mounted the towel rails over the baths here, so obviously we weren't happy with having a connection unit there, so we drilled straight through with a flex, and that connects to the connection unit the other side, and then it's isolated via the local spur, one there and one there. So yeah, it's coming together now, and hopefully soon this job will be signed off. And then about 3 or 4 videos ago, I started to do some fire alarm at a big job that we've got coming up. I had to nip back there a few days ago and do some quick cabling above the ceiling, and literally just get out of the ceiling so the plasterer can come in and finish the boarding and plastering it. And then they're going to fit us this subfloor, and then we're going to put a load of tray and stuff under the services all going under the floor. So that is going to be quite an interesting job, which I can show you guys. So yeah. So they're coming together now. So today, this is going to be a breakfast bar, obviously. Well, not obviously for some people. This is going to be a little seating area, and they're going to have these little lights hanging from the ceiling. If I get time, I might do this today. If not, we fitted one of these the other day, and it was so fiddly. It actually needed 2 of us to do it, because they're actually quite a fiddly light. But I might get this one done today, because as you can see, this flat is nearly. That interruption of the video is the point when Andy's actually just FaceTimed me while I was doing a little video, just to see how we're getting on and where we're meeting tomorrow, because he's here tomorrow, just to give me a hand on a few bits. What was I going to show you? Yeah, I've just seen this floor. Bearing in mind they haven't latexed this floor, this is all original. I don't know if you can see that, but this floor is actually cracking, and that's quite worrying, because this is actually the original floor, and it's actually only just started to crack. So I wonder if the structural guy is going to have to come back and look at that. One other thing I'm going to show you while we're up here, they did a walk around the other day, and we fitted, this one has still got it, downlighters in here. They've now changed these downlighters for some reason, even though that is adequate lighting. In my eyes, that's perfect. They've now changed these lights to LED bulkheads, which I don't think are going to look as nice as a nice LED spot. This here, this pipe is a cold water feed, and that's my supply, which is wired in FP from the fuse board up here, and it's got its own RCBO, which isn't controlled by any of these, so it's actually independent. So if these go off, that will actually stay on, unless it's obviously tripped itself. That's for the water suppression system, the mister system in the living room. That black pipe here goes to a system. Literally, you have a little tank here, and then this literally water pressure just feeds it constantly. So that's the only valve to shut this off is here. And that actually has its own fire alarm head mounted in the front, apparently. I've not seen it yet. But what I was going to show you is they walked around the other day, saw this socket, and they've realised they haven't actually allowed for any power under here. So he's now wants to get a condenser tumble dryer under here, so I've now got to cut another socket in here, fed off of that one. I'll probably have to just spur that off of that one, but because we're not going to cut a few spur in here to control it, we're just going to have a double socket behind, which I don't like doing, but as it's a pull out tumble dryer, it's not so bad. And then here, the tiler has finished here, but luckily the other day I managed to chop this in before he came. This is this spur for the boiler here, so I've got to do the same on this boiler. I've got to put a flex through the side and then behind this boxing in to feed this boiler here. More lights. These are actually very nice fittings. I've just fitted two. What you do is put this bracket up first, and then it's a bit cheap Chinese, but it's okay. That holds the fitting, and then it just literally slides through there, and you put a securing screw in the top there. So let's get them fitted. These screws, manufacturer screws, you want to get them and just throw them in the bin because they're rubbish. That's straight into timber behind there. Timber behind there. These tubs are great. I've had this one for like 10 years now. It's only had six new lids. I've only had to get about 7 new of these tubs, but I've had it for about 10 years, so really good. There you go, that's up. Just put the little light on now. 1.9 watts. We put these pendants up the other day, and 6x6 came broke, but we kept this because I'm not getting back up on the ladder to do these again, so I can actually reach these from the edge and put the globes in and the lamps. Towel rail, another towel rail. These are pretty neat. These are the flex outlets in the click range again. They actually, you just fit the same one gang cover plate which goes on the one gang switch. It actually just fits on there. So all they do is change this module in here. So yeah, another summer heated towel rail with a flex with a fuse spur on the back of this wall. Just remember before you put the flex through there and second fix it, to slide this over the cables first. Just leave it up there while you second fix, and then you can click it on after. Right, that is it for today, guys. There's a load more I want to show you, but obviously we're already up to sort of nearly 20 minutes, and I don't want to bore you all to death. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for coming back, and we'll see you on the next one. Everyone, take care. Have a good weekend.